Hello everyone, it's Data4Master and welcome to part 3 of Let's Build a House, or actually a villa with a pool in The Sims 4. So in the previous two parts we built what you see at the moment, and in the coming few parts I'm going to actually finish this. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy this. It's just a Sims 4 series in which I just guide you through the building of a house, and I hope that you will enjoy it. So you can leave some feedback. If you want to make the series better, or if you just want to let me know something, you can do that in the comments, and of course you can leave a like, which would make me pretty happy. So and if you actually leave like, I can maybe do more of these series, so that would be great, or at least I personally think it would be great. I would really like to do more of these series, so I hope you will like that. So as you can see, we've actually finished the entire house. But first I'm going to continue with the shelves ID again. Maybe if you've not seen the previous parts, which would be kind of strange, and I definitely advise you to check out the previous two parts, because in that or in those videos I actually just started building, and then I already explained a lot about the house. But the idea of using these shelves here is to create a shutter ID or a shutter effect. Because of course in The Sims 4, as you probably know, we don't have shutters, or at least not legit shutters, or the way they should be shutters. But I thought, I think this is a pretty cool way to actually make shutters using shelves. So I did that in some of my own builds, and I thought, I'm going to do that over here too. So you know what, I think, oh yes, there we go. As you can see, placing these shutters is quite a precise work, but in the end it will really create a very cool effect. So I hope you'll like that too. I personally really think it's pretty cool, and maybe if you want to use it in your own house, I hope I was some inspiration for you, because that's also another reason I actually do this series, just to inspire some people to be a little bit more creative, or to get some ideas in The Sims 4. I've seen very many people be creative, but some people just need to get kind of a Kickstarter regarding that. And I hope to actually make that in this series. So if you'd like to see another series of this, please let me know, and then I can upload more of these series. Or at least I hope I can. So let's first get these at the same height as the ones on the other end of the corner are. This might be a little bit of a more boring start of an episode. I hope that doesn't matter too much, but look forward to starting the gardening in like several seconds, I guess. Maybe 1 minute, and then I'll actually start the gardening of the house, which I think is going to be cool. I have quite some space to add a garden, so I will actually be doing quite some gardening or landscaping actually, because I'm not going to cut down the trees and stuff. I'm just going to add the garden. So there we go. As you can see, only one and a half more layers of shutters. There we go. And then the last ones. I personally really like this idea, but I think I've said that way too much already, so you can just judge for yourself right now what you think of it. But there we go, we've added all the shutters to the house, and I personally think that looks freaking awesome. But I'm first going to actually add something here just to start the garden a bit, because I think it would be a cool idea to actually add these ones over here. It just creates a little bit more, I personally just like that. I don't really know why, but I just think it looks cool. So I'm going to just add that, as you can see. And I'm going to be doing the same over here, I think, not sure yet. I'm just first going to add this, and then see what that would look like, or turn out to look like. There we go. Yeah, I think that is pretty cool. So I'm going to add a table over here and some decorations for the pool, because of course the pool is kind of the main things of this house, at least the main reasons for this series actually too, because in this series I would just like to show you how awesome the pools in The Sims 4 are. Not to advertise for EA, but just to show that they are actually in the game. Not many people actually, yeah, well, I think if you're not really into watching YouTube videos or something, you probably don't know that pools have maybe been released into the game. Though I believe you did have to update your game, so then you automatically get them. But not everyone knows what you can actually do with them and how awesome they are. So yeah, that's actually what this series is for too. As you can see, adding some lights, and I've actually never seen lights in a pool before in The Sims 4, so that looks pretty cool actually. And am I going to add a turtle? I don't think so. I think I'd prefer to just have some lights. Nope, I'm not even going to add lights. I think that would make the pool less modern, and I want it to be a very modern pool, so I'm going to do that. But I am going to actually add this one with some nice chairs around it. There we go, and if I replace it somewhere else, then I can place that one there too. There we go. And then add a barbecue too, because barbecues are pretty awesome. Let me see. There we go. So now you have a really cool garden area. So let's see what I can actually add over here. I think I'm going to go for just this hatch. I'm not really sure how you actually say this. I believe you say hatch or something, but it's you know, just to show what is your lot and what's not. Kind of that thing. A fence around the house. And I think in this case, it makes the house look looks a little bit better, I think. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to add very many tropical plants around the pool, actually. Just because I think that would look pretty awesome. I mean, it would make it look more tropical, and it's quite logical to have like tropical plants around a pool area. So there you go. And I must say that I can't wait for cooler versions of like these palm trees, because they really look like base game palm trees, just like the ones in The Sims 3. The base game palm trees that came in The Sims 3 actually look like these ones too. So it's quite funny to see that they actually look the same in The Sims 4, and I hope, or at least that's quite a sign, that they will be different and new expansions for The Sims 4, but those still have to be released. But you know, we all expect that it will happen sometime soon already. So let me see. I think, oops, I'm going to just add some of this over here, because there are going to be quite some plants on there, and then it doesn't really matter, it just makes it look a little bit more realistic. And I must say that I really don't like these ones, those palm trees, so I'm not going to add those. They're just like too cartoonish. I mean, everything is cartoonish, but those are tried to look realistic, but still, yeah. I don't really like those. Sorry for the creator of those if you're watching this video. Next time you might do better. But yeah, I don't expect a developer to watch this anyways. So let me see. Plants. Can I add some cool colored plants? I thought I could change the color of plants. Oh wait, of these I can or not. Yes, of these I can. Okay, in that case I'm going to add those. But which color? I think I would just go for white, just to keep it neutral and stuff. And then also add it over there, and some over there, and here. So, and then I'll add, let me see, this one there, with this one around it, and then, you know, just placing many plants and stuff to make it look a little bit more detailed. and in that way a little bit cooler, I think, or at least I hope. I personally think it's going to be pretty cool in the end, or at least the idea I have of it, it really starts to look like that, so I'm happy with that. But I hope you like it too, of course. I think those. There we go. Yep. And this one, nope, that one is too big. I'm really waiting for move objects on to get in the game, because in that way you can make gardens look way cooler, I think, because you can place plants everywhere you want, and now it's kind of limited, which is obvious without move objects on, but I would really like to have that back. It's one of the main features I would like to get a return into The Sims 4, I think, together with constraint floor elevation, definitely. And one of the other most important tools I think of The Sims is the terrain tool. I really can't understand why it's not in there, but for some reason it is not. And that is, I think, one of the most, or the feature that I miss most, but I am definitely just waiting for it to come out. It's not even a question whether it's coming. It's obvious that it will ever be in The Sims 4. The question is just when will it be there? But you know, we'll see soon enough. Maybe with the new, you know, with a new expansion already, or even earlier. I mean, they also released pools pretty early, or at least sooner than we had probably expected, or than I had personally expected. So that's good. And hopefully that will happen with all these tools too, because obviously they just had to rush to get The Sims 4 done within, I think it has to do with the financial stuff, so they had to get it done in the, I think, I don't even know which quarter, well, no, the quarter in which it was released, to get it done then, because otherwise it wouldn't work or something. But they just had to leave some things out because of that, and we'll just see them soon enough. They just hadn't been tested yet or something. That's what I expect. But yeah, you know, we will know soon enough. So yeah, let me add those. I must say that I really like this plant, you know, the one you see right now. I really think that's a pretty cool plant. And I really think it's cool that this or that plant actually made its return into The Sims 4. So there we go. Whoops. Adding some of that under it. Then adding some of this. Yep. I think that this house really starts to look cool. I really like the look of it so far. It's like really modern, but still quite detailed, and it of course has quite of an impression or the feel of the modern concept house in it, which I created earlier on my own channel, which you might have seen, and otherwise Dutch Sims 4 Master. Yeah, it kind of has that feel of it, but of course I created that house myself, so no problem there. And yeah, I think it doesn't look exactly the same, so I don't think you can really say that. And of course, you know, this house has a pool, that makes a big difference. Remember that. So anyways, we have the shutters over there. What cool thing can I do here? It would have been cool if they would have directly added hot tubs though, because no, we don't have hot tubs in The Sims 4 yet. And it would have been awesome if they had added it just without asking like any fee for it, just like with the pools. But I can understand, you know, they do of course have to make money, it's a company, but would have been cool, but I definitely had not expected it. So I'm not crying. So just adding some more plants, and I also think I'll add some lights around this. Here, there we go. Just to make it look a little bit more realistic, I hope. Now that looks cool, I think. And then I'll also add, you know, those garden activities like this stuff. Nope, this stuff over there. Oh, my money is almost gone. Mother load. Wait. Oh wait, that doesn't work in... Okay, you know, I'll fix that in the next episode, but I'll just add some more plans for now. And then for the next episode, I'll just do move objects, or I mean mother loads, just to get some more money. So there we go. Just adding some plants to the side of the house, which I think look cool. We need a smaller one. Yep. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty cool, I think. And then here in the corner I can add some more plants, just to make it look better. Though I don't think any sim can... Well, I think they can pass through there, so no problems. And otherwise, you know, they can pass through the house. And then here I'll just make some place for an activity they can actually do in the garden. So you know, gardening their own plants, I guess it is what they can garden. I'm not sure actually, because I've never done that before. But yeah, let me add this. Okay, now I don't have that much money left anymore actually. But I can of course still do this because that's free, as always. And I think I can of course also not add any more plants. But I think we have actually done enough for this part, and it has been long enough. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this third part of Let's Build a Villa with a Pool in The Sims 4 here on The Sims Resource. So if you enjoyed watching this part, please let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a thumbs up and stuff. You can of course subscribe to see more of these building videos. And then if you enjoy it, yeah, maybe, you know, share it, because in that way we can really get this channel the way we would like it to be. And yeah, you can help with that. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back later.